Hello and a very pleasant good morning to you from a chilly and frosty Wilson, North Carolina for today's third day of action, U.S. Youth Soccer's National League. Today's presentation features CASL Red North, the Capital Area Soccer League out of Raleigh, North Carolina, taking on RPSC, River Plate Soccer Club out of Gresham, Oregon. CASL Red dressed in the red today, while River Plate is in black today. You see CASL Red on the left side of your screen, and you see, oh, they switched actually. It's on the right side of your screen. It is going to be CASL Red in their huddle on the field, and then on the left side of your field in the black, it's the River Plate huddle. Again, River Plate's head coach is Martin Martinez, and the head coach for CASL Red North out of Raleigh is Etienne Bullinger. It's a frigid day once again from Wilson, North Carolina. We were in a situation of gray skies and 50-degree temperatures with a lot of wind on Thursday in day one. Yesterday we had some wind, not as much as the other day, but we had sunny skies, albeit a little bit cooler conditions. The high temperatures touched the low 40s. Today we were at 30 degrees at the start of this first match, and we expect to stay in similar conditions as we wind down to our final match today in the evening. So it's going to be another chilly day. Frost on the ground. I didn't get a chance to see if that frost had made it out onto the pitch or if it's still on the pitch, but it was on the grass as I was walking to my position today. So not sure if that'll make things a little slicker out there for the players. I can see a little bit of a shine where it might be wetter than it has been on the pitch the last couple days. River Plate had first possession. Now on the far side, Red North will hold. Coming near side now. A look for Brady Francher. They'll bring it down. Going on the near sideline to Owen O'Malley. O'Malley looking for help in the center of the pitch. Off for Mason Darden. Darden with some room. Dribbles around the defender. We'll go back to Jeffrey Donis. Far side now as CASL Red North looking to attack the box. Miss a header for Matt Stewart. Tried to find Stewart on the header, and Stewart unable to do so. Etienne Bullinger, the head coach of CASL Red North, a Montreal native, a player at UNC Wilmington until 2012, and then a coach there for the last couple of years. A lot of contact there, and Darden got into a River Plate player. And Martin Martinez, the head coach on the River Plate side. A long way from Gresham, Oregon. Now an attack, Dylan Little on the right side. As the ball poked loose. Israel Delora Suriaga getting back on the defense for River Plate. Again, these U16 matches are 40-minute halves. If you can see any of the flags or tents in the corners, or any banners, the wind is blowing predominantly from the bottom of your screen to the top of your screen, and it has affected throw-ins, corner kicks, and the like the last 3 days, particularly on Thursday. Not as much yesterday, especially as the day wore on and the wind died down somewhat. At times that wind has been a stiff wind of about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Clearance attempt here from River Plate. The match is happening here at the Gillette Soccer Complex in Wilson, North Carolina. 8 fields here and a handful of other fields throughout the region. The keeper for CASL Red North handles that. That's Duncan Wagner. Duncan Wagner in the lime green top on your right, in goal for CASL Red North. And in goal for River Plate, Gael Salas Lara. He's wearing a blue top today. Near side now, look for Jeffrey Donis, or rather that's Brady Francher. Mason Darden sends it toward the area, and Stewart didn't seem to notice it was there. So River Plate not able to pounce on this effort as Wegner will set things up once more. Choose to roll things up the middle and get it back. Trying to draw River Plate's defenders up toward him a little bit and wasn't able to do so with any success. Dennis Andino clears. Head now to Dylan Lane. Far side, Lane will get it back. Trying to work off a defender. Got some room to the middle of the field and not able to find it as it's taken away, but then taken right back. Both teams volleying at midfield. Room on the near sideline, and Castle Red will send it out. Throw in on the near side coming from Carlos Cruz Romero, a high looping throw. Headed back toward midfield. A foot race. Now an opportunity for Castle Red. Ball loose just outside the box. Big strike and a diving save after Dylan Lane's shot. Silas Lara gets to the knees and defends the left post. Put it to the midfield line. Off the side of Duncan Wegner's foot and out of play to the near side. Once again, Cruz Romero with a throw in. 6th minute of the match. We're still scoreless early on. Both teams chasing after the 50-50 ball. Kept in the River Plate zone. They head her back toward midfield and an attack opportunity for Castle Red. Owen O'Malley gives up to Dylan Lane, looking for help on the far side. They settle. Go right side now for Matt Stewart. Back to the middle. Touch pass from Owen O'Malley. Dribbles around the defender. They want it on the left side. Darden calling for it. O'Malley tangled up by 2 defenders, and it's taken away from him. Can Castle Red keep it in their side? Yes, for the time being they can. There's Darden. Slide tackle, it's taken away from him. In the middle now for Dylan Lane. He lost it. Jeffrey Donis will save the possession for Castle Red. Good spacing on this River Plate defense. They can chip it the other way. They had a man in the middle. Effort for Owen O'Malley, but could not clear the defenders. An attempt for Darden now. Darden passes right to Dylan Lane. In the middle, touch pass from Stewart. But they couldn't get it back to Lane. Was trying a give and go. Wasn't there. Lane turns, fires on goal. And knocked down by Salas Lara. Lara will reset things. And look how that ball skips right off that pitch. That's a closely shaven natural grass surface. A chase on the right side. And River Plate not able to keep that in play. That's a closely shaven surface. And if you're looking and seeing everything in the margins, I'm wondering why that is brown and why the grass in the middle of the field is green. It's a different blend. That is a winter rye that they've sown onto the performance fields. A chip on the goal and save made by Duncan Wegner on the shot from Cruz Romero. That's a winter rye that they have sown onto the pitches on all these fields. So it's not that that brown area has been trampled or anything like that. It's just dead grass. The blend that a lot of times grows in places here in North Carolina is dead this time of year, except for that winter rye. Castle Red trying to get things going on their end, and they'll go through the keeper, Duncan Wegner. I was told the first day of the tournament by a member of the Parks and Rec department here in Wilson that part of the plan is to put an artificial surface on this field and I believe the field behind it, and maybe another field as well. It's a $3.2 million financing plan to do that. They've got lights on these fields, city and the county does a good job to recognize that events like this bring a lot of people to Wilson, North Carolina that wouldn't otherwise be here. How about this attack in the middle from Brandon Farfan Reyes? A lot of room in the middle of the field. And chased out of play. Cruz Romero with a throw-in. Blast forward blocked. They play on. Settled. Angel Santiago Garcia trying to go for it for River Plate. And knocked out a play on the far side. Very important, though, when the local communities, counties realize how important events like this are to their economy. Try to get a hotel room the tail end of this week, and I suspect the same last week when the Girls National League event was here in Wilson. Good luck with that. A lot of towns like this, where else are you going to fill those rooms in the middle of December as collision? Bring a player down on the far side. They refer to this field as their championship field, we're told. This is the one that's handicap accessible. Really nice amenities here, and it's close to the field house with concessions and restrooms. Gillette Sports Complex, just an outstanding facility. See a free kick from the far side for CASL Red. One of our first set pieces of the match here in the 11th minute. There's no score. Both teams will set up shop. The approach. Strong boot. Still loose. And a goal on the rebound. Matt Stewart finds the back of the net behind Gael Salas Lara. And Stewart makes this a 1-0 match in the 11th minute. CASL Red on the board thanks to Matt Stewart. Ball deflected on the corner kick. Still loose, and Salas Lara did not cover. Stewart right there in a one-on-one situation. And he puts CASL Red on top here in the 11th minute. And it's not that Duncan Wegner has not seen action today, but this possession has largely been controlled by CASL Red. Another opportunity for Stewart. Sends it to the far side, punched away before Dylan Lane can come in from the backside. Two-hand punch from Salas Lara. Not a bad idea. Now steal on the far side. River Plate folks want a foul call on a push. They don't get it. Inside to out now. Chip in from the corner. A header, miss hit by Owen O'Malley. And River Plate will chase it. Sent back into the CASL Red zone. And knocked the other way. A whistle will bring play to a stop momentarily. 1-0 on the goal in the 11th minute by Matt Stewart. CASL Red out to an early lead this morning. A loud cheer you might have heard. A goal on the field behind us. An event like this with 8 fields running, you're bound to hear something of this nature. A loud cheer from one area. It's kind of like going to a golf tournament. CASL Red trying to strike again, almost left in no man's land. On the left side, Owen O'Malley trying to turn the corner, goes back to the middle. He'll leave it back for Jeffrey Donis. Looking for help on the right side, but knocked out of play. Defense provided by Joseph Cuevas. Looking inside. Left behind, Brady Francher cleans it up. O'Malley going inside. A little too strong. Dylan Lane can't handle it. Chased down by Myson Darden. I'll leave it back for Malcolm McIntosh. CASL Red for a goal. They are more than content to hold in the defensive zone for a little while and wait for an opportunity to strike. And now they might have that opportunity. Give and go, right side. Cross, and a miss hit in the middle. Malcolm McIntosh almost had a second goal. Cross from the goal line and off the side of the foot. Or rather, Owen O'Malley. Just like that, it was almost 2-0. That ball hits off Dennis Andino of CASL Red in pursuit. And it was out of play on the near side. I'm not sure that in any of the matches we had yesterday on this field, we had 4 of them Thursday and 4 yesterday, I'm not sure that in any of them anybody got a 2-goal lead, with the exception of one, and that happened in stoppage time. A lot of close matches yesterday. Can't say the same for the first day we were here on Thursday. It was a scoreless draw. A 1-0, 2-0, or 3-0 match. 3-0 match was not really a contest for much of the second half. The 2-0 slipped away late. But yesterday, at least I didn't see any on this field that, for the most part, were split by any more than 1 goal at a time. Whistles after the goal kick opportunity. And really, when you look around at a lot of the fields, I haven't had a lot of a chance to do it, but a higher perch working today than I was Thursday. Yesterday I'm at a higher perch than I was Thursday. And you can see some other scoreboards. Not sure that I've seen any more than a 3-goal difference. That's been rare. A lot of 1-goal matches, 2 goals. A very tightly contested tournament. Owen O'Malley on the near side has some help in the middle. Can't connect with Matt Stewart, and it's swept away by River Plate. Sent forward. Matthew Bulmer in the middle. Looking to work it around a defender. Good job in defense for Angel Santiago Garcia. th minute of the match. 1-0 CASL Red on the goal by Matt Stewart in the 10th minute. CASL Red is, you might imagine, wearing red today. River Plate in black. Attack on the far side. But good defense. Knock a striker off the ball. Israel Dolores Soriaga takes that away. CASL Red stands for Capital Area Soccer League, for those of you that aren't familiar, and that is the capital of this state. This is a team from just down the road in Raleigh. River Plate out of Gresham, Oregon. Loose. Myson Darden working to get possession back for CASL Red, and he does. Again, been a while since River Plate has mounted an offensive attack, and they haven't done so since they've trailed. Duncan Wagner had a challenge or two early on. That's been it. Surely coming up with some substitutions fairly soon for both sides is Dylan Lane on the attack once more. Almost got a little too ahead of himself, and stonewalled Jair Diaz-Navarro knocks him off the ball. See if River Plate can start an attack here. Over the shoulder look for Joseph Cuevas, sending it deep into the CASL Red zone. Now a foul. A lot of contact between Colin O'Brien and Daniel Ruiz Ramirez. So a free kick coming up here in just a moment. Taken by River Plate on the goal. That one is well high. Strong strike from Angel Santiago Garcia, but above everything, Duncan Wegner will reset for CASL Red. Almost to the halfway point in this first half. Remember, 40-minute halves in these U16 matches. Wegner's kick goes toward the ring. Back the other direction. A jockey for position. CASL Red with an attack. A man on the left side streaking down the sidelines. Brady Francher can't settle. Owen O'Malley gets it. O'Malley has a man that wants it on the far side. O'Malley sends it on goal, and that's over the goal. Headed toward the parking lot. Certainly seemed as though he wanted to send one on the goal and play for deflection. A little high. He had players in the area that wanted to do their part. Substitutions here at the whistle for CASL Red. We'll see Liam McLaughlin for the first time. And also Dylan Little. Let's see who comes off here for CASL Red. Jeff Donis and Matt Ballmer will take a seat. Already getting involved, it's Liam McLaughlin. Dylan Little on the far side. Little through a couple defenders. Sent the other way. On the far side, River Plate trying to work back toward the middle. CASL Red once again sweeping things away. CASL Red up 1-0. They've held the ball much of this match. And this is really what CASL Red has done well for much of the match. They've held around midfield and been very deliberate in their attack. And let things happen on their time. Owen O'Malley has some help on the left side if he wants it. To the goal line. And Gael Salas-Lara will come out and play a loose ball in the box. Salas-Lara hasn't, for that matter, hasn't had a shot in a while on him either. But again, a lot of this match has been controlled around midfield by CASL Red. Maybe an effort here. Looking in the middle, a header. Batted around and finally sent the other way. But played off the chest, the player on the far side. Looks like Colin O'Brien, but in the sun on my face, tough to see over there. Get a throw in on the far side for River Plate. This is sent the other way, off the head of a CASL Red player. It's a group of people that really need recognized. How about the referees having to work multiple games a day? It's very cold outside. I heard one of the referees saying to a tournament official, or at least a representative from the city of Wilson rather, that they pay their own way to get here. They do it a lot of times with the exposure of working U.S. youth soccer games and National League matches, but these are guys that have left families and jobs and other things behind to come out and officiate games. It's not like they do it for free, but have to pay a lot of their own expenses and come out and do it in a very cold weekend like this. You'll be doing a number of other things. Kudos to those guys for allowing us to have the tournament that we've had here. 24th minute now. CASL Red once again on the attack. Brady Francher settles. Owen O'Malley on the near side. Has some space. Gets past the defender. O'Malley has some room on the side. O'Malley to the left side. Will he try to cross? And he's tripped off the ball. A lot of his teammates in the middle wanted it. River Plate's able to send it the other way. To the middle now. An attack for Ruiz Ramirez, but the loose ball scooped up by Duncan Wegner. Wegner will again try it. Dangerous play for Wegner. And a River Plate player bearing down on him. Tripped up at midfield, and looks like CASL Red will get the play here. Or rather, the free kick coming for River Plate, excuse me. Speaking of Wilson Parks and Recreation, that's a group that deserves a lot of credit. They put on a first-class event at a first-class complex. Ball deflects out of bounds on the free kick. A good Parks and Recreation department, and around the holiday season, I'm sure there are a lot of holiday parade kind of things and lights, exhibits like that that they are working on as well. But on top of all that, to run a world-class soccer tournament, kudos to the men and women at the Wilson Parks and Recreation Department. It's a community and a county that gets it and supports youth soccer. Kick from the far side, wind has died down. On goal, headed away. River Plate trying to hold possession. CASL Red tries to turn the corner, a collision. Malcolm McIntosh for CASL Red, a down player for River Plate. In a lot of pain. I didn't see where he made contact, but he's grabbing his head. May have banged heads or banged his head off of something. They're going to stretch his legs out too. We talked about that ground a little bit as the athletic trainer and his head coach will come out and look. Like I said, when I got here, there was a layer of frost on the grass. I could see it on the tan grass that you're looking at on the screen, as well as the green pitch. I didn't get a chance to go feel if it was slick enough to really affect play. But we've seen some players slip on this surface. Like we said, it's a winter rye, and it's a short blend of grass, but it's a very dry blend of grass, so it's a loose base. So because of the fact it's a loose base, you've been seeing a lot of players slipping and losing their footing. The athletic trainer will check on the injured member of River Plate. Alonzo Saya Uribe will take this free kick. 28th minute now. Bending away, and we have whistles. I think they had lined up too close to the goal. So Saya Uribe will line up the free kick once more. Cool morning, but I have to say the sunshine feels nice. Temperature in the low 30s, 30 degrees at kickoff today. We expect it to be about the same when we finish up around 6. As Saya Uribe sends this one deep. Header goes away from the goal. And a good clearance from Malcolm McIntosh. Instructions fairly simple for Eddie N. Bollinger, the head coach of CASL Red. Just keeps saying, don't foul, stop fouling. Can't ask for much more than that. See that thing you're doing? Don't do it. All right, a kick in the zone now from Jair Diaz-Navarro. Strong one, but defended well by CASL Red. I believe that was Dennis Andino that got a body on the ball. CASL Red wants a substitution. It's into the middle now. Attempted a clearance. And River Plate trying to keep possession for as long as they've had the ball on this end. Really haven't seen too many shots on Duncan Wegner. Out of the far side. They'll work things outside, then inside is Alonso Seya Uribe. Can't find the help on the far side. He was looking for Carlos Cruz Romero. Meanwhile, John Eubank IV wants in for CASL Red. They don't get the sub at that stoppage either, so we play on. River Plate trying to make some subs too. Loose ball. Shot on goal by Brandon Farfan Reyes. Gobbled up by Duncan Wegner. Wegner gets to his knees to scoop the two-hopper. Dennis Andino will try to clear again for CASL Red. CASL Red's goal came in the 11th minute. Matt Stewart on a corner kick. Ball was headed around, and on a deflection, Stewart had an open shot, took it, and scored. Brady Francher on the near side. Go back to the middle of the pitch. Dylan Little working around. Little slided forward, but it's taken away. River Plate going the other direction. Seya Uribe into the corner, looking for a cross. Taken down. Knocked off the ball. Physical contact, no call. Martinez not happy about the amount of contact. We'll see if we get the substitutions now. And they say yes. John Eubank coming on for CASL Red North. Meanwhile, Carlos Cruz Romero leaves for River Plate. Did not see who replaced him. Eubank, by the way, will replace Owen O'Malley. An incomplete roster for River Plate. So a 19 replaced him. And I don't have the information as to who that is. My apologies there. 32nd minute. An attack coming from CASL Red. Far side. Liam McLaughlin makes contact with another player. Loose ball scooped up by Eubank. Far side now. Misses McLaughlin. Contested ball held by River Plate. They try to move it back up the field. Some room, but they run out on the sideline. Dylan Little will go to McIntosh, who works it back to Duncan Wegner. Kept in the River Plate zone, sent straight up in the air. Miss hit, and now throw-in coming for CASL Red in front of their own bench. Opportunity here for CASL Red. Brady Francher with a throw-in. He's got Matt Stewart. Stewart already with a goal today, and Stewart can't hold it along the goal line. Corner kick will come up for CASL Red. Again, the wind has largely died down from where it was. Not nearly the factor it was Thursday or Friday. First corner that CASL Red has had in this match. Strong kick headed away by River Plate. Kept alive. Sent to the opposite end. Header into the box. Stewart turns and finds the corner of the goal for his second of the match. 2-0 on Matt Stewart's second goal today. Coming in the 34th minute. First offensive attack for Stewart and for Castle Red in some time. And they take a 2-goal lead here in the first half. Much of the last several minutes of the match have been played in the River Plate end. Castle Red takes advantage of the corner kick and the opportunities that result. And it all comes back to the miss hit when River Plate tried to possess on their end. Ball hit off the side of the foot of one of their players who went out near the bench for Castle Red. And that gave Castle Red a throw in the direction of their end. From that, they led to the corner kick. From the corner kick, the opportunity that led to the goal. Dylan Little trying on goal again, and Little with the blast to make it 3-0. Little working around the defender on the left side, and Dylan Little with a strong goal to make this a 3-0 match. Just 2 minutes after Stewart's insurance goal. A lot of hands on hips on the River Plate side. Dylan Little with the blast to the top right corner makes this a 3-0 match. There's Little again trying to slide it forward. Taken away momentarily by River Plate. Missed opportunity on the far sideline. Chased down by Malcolm McIntosh. Duncan Wagner will go to his left. Send the ball near side. Along the near side, kept in by Matt Stewart. Could Stewart possibly pick up a third? Gael Salas Lara, very vocal in goal for River Plate. Trying to fire up his team. Sounds a little bit like Ivor Christian from the Friday Night Lights movies. And his "What's wrong with y'all" speech. Sent forward. And a whistle. I just got a card, but I didn't see who picked that up. We'll check on that. Meanwhile, Castle Red will hold River Plate. Trying to mount an attack, they can't do it. River Plate sends it to the near sideline. 38th minute, time running out in the first half. A 3-0 match. Castle Red has ripped this wide open. A second goal in the 34th minute from Matt Stewart, and then insurance just 2 minutes later from Dylan Little. Far side now. Look for Stewart. Stewart moves back inside. Some space there. Leave it back for Dylan Little. Little can't control. Whistle away from the ball. I think some of the frustrations for River Plate really starting to come through. Oh, it's the third day of this event. This is still very early Pacific Coast time for a lot of these players. Substitution for River Plate, Axel Martinez Ibarra, looking to come onto the match. Meanwhile, Dylan Little wants to take the free kick as we enter the 40th minute. Looking to see how much stoppage time we'll have. Strong kick over the goal into the parking lot. With the 3 goals, it wouldn't surprise me to see 2 minutes of stoppage time, but there really haven't been a lot of delays other than that. Gael Salas Lara sends that near midfield. Controlled by Castle Red. Stewart again in the box. Stewart trying to win possession. Had a little bit of space. Gets through him. Set away the other direction. On the far side, a touch for Daniel Ruiz Ramirez. Lost it. Well defended by Castle Red. They got plenty of players in the zone. Looking for the one-on-one here. Stewart in the middle. Stewart turns. Stewart fires low. Saved by Salas Lara. He runs up to the top of the box and sends a high kick arching deep. On the near side. Chipped forward. They'll leave it back for Stewart. Stewart, great touch back for Dylan Lane. Can't make the connection with Stewart. The officials say 2 minutes of stoppage. We're already into that stoppage time. Cross, and it's headed away. Kept alive. 50-50 ball. Sliding, stopped by Dylan Little. Castle Red can't hold on. River Plate trying to go back the other way. A lot of physicality. Set back toward the middle. And that'll be that. After 40 minutes, a dominant half by Castle Red. Not only in goal scoring, but they managed to keep possession on their end for much of that half. At the half, on 3 goals. 2 from Matt Stewart. 1 in the 11th minute, 1 in the 34th minute. And a goal from Dylan Little in the 36th. Castle Red has a commanding 3-0 lead on RPSC, River Plate Soccer Club. By Kohl's, by MLS, by Nestle's Nesquik, by the Positive Coaching Alliance, by Toyota, by the Wilson Trophy Company, by NSCAA, and by USA Soccer, an official sponsor of U.S. Youth Soccer. Winter one-on-one look against keeper Gael Salas Lara and capitalized, scoring to make it 1-0. A second goal coming in the 34th minute from Stewart made it 2-0, and then after that, Dylan Little sent one home top right corner just 2 minutes later to make it 3-0. After that, we'll see how River Plate rebounds for this next 40 minutes. One of the rallying cries we could overhear in the CASL Red huddle toward the end of that halftime break was 40 minutes to get the W. They certainly know it is well within their reach here as we play on in the second half. My name is Eric Little. On behalf of our entire Turbo Sports Group crew, we thank you for joining us on this frigid Saturday morning in December in Wilson, North Carolina. Throw in from the near side, Christopher Hernandez with it, taken away by Dylan Lane. Much of the possession in that first half controlled and dominated by CASL Red. Stewart looking for the left post and almost had it. Would have been his third goal of the match. Strong strike from the right side. Maybe a foot wide, if that. And Salas Lara hadn't made it over to cover. Almost snuck inside that post. Lane looking far side. Last side of the goal, header just missed by Matt Bulmer. Mishit it, and it went wide to the right. So how about this out of CASL Red, up 3-0. They have had 2 attempts in the first 2 minutes of this half for that fourth goal. They have not quit at all. Sinking low kick is taken away by Dylan Lane. Salas Lara can't clear it. On the left side, blocked away. Lane again tries to regroup and sends it to the middle for Jeff Donis. Kept in from Myson Darden. Back to Donis now. And this is what CASL did for much of the entire first half. They possessed, they held, waited for their opportunity. Owen O'Malley in the corner. Owen O'Malley working the goal line, and O'Malley sends it on top of the net. And Stewart was looking for that header. Salas Lara will send it away. Collision between two players. A lot of contact between Colin O'Brien and Axel Martinez Ibarra. Another look. Dylan Lane, left foot. And it's swatted away by Salas Lara. Almost stunned him and set him back off his feet. Deflects it through the goal line, so we'll see a corner kick coming here for CASL Red. Barely 3 minutes into this second half. Ground ball corner kick. Knocked around, still loose. Salas Lara hit the ground. A little slow to get up, but it's sent beyond the goal line. So another corner coming up here for CASL Red. A little higher this time. Headed and right into the hands of Salas Lara. Malcolm McIntosh tried the header. River Plate on the attack in a hurry up the near side with a seam. But McIntosh knocks the defender off the ball. Ethan Newman lost it. Almost an opportunity for Martinez Ibarra to pounce on it. Newman moves it the other way. Set up the near side. Look forward. Settled by Colin O'Brien. Here's a push for River Plate. Knocked away by Newman. They scrap on the far sideline. A couple players take a spill on the far side. We'll see a throw in coming from there. Officials checking to see if one of the River Plate players is okay. Didn't see who that was. Something to watch for. We have not seen a lot of the frustration in River Plate come out in physicality against their opponent. Something to watch for in the second half. Duncan Wegner mishits that and sends it out of bounds. We'll see a throw in here for River Plate. Israel Dolores Arriaga on the far side. The miscue for CASL Red. An opportunity here. River Plate trying to desperately enter the box, can't do it. Clearance. Going the other way now. Chance on the far side for Owen O'Malley. To the middle. Stewart trying to win the foot race. Instead, it's Bulmer that gets there, and Bulmer has his shot scooped up. Bulmer may have got a little too far ahead of that one. River Plate trying to get out of that near end. Move it to the middle of the pitch. Deflects around. Angel Santiago Garcia. A look. Spin move and a beauty. Santiago Garcia gives it up. It's chipped back in by Farfan Reyes. Now to the middle again. A feed from Martinez Ibarra. Santiago Garcia inside. Foot race on the goal line. That'll be a little wide. 3-0 CASL Red on 3 goals in the first half. They had a chance, a couple chances in the first 2 minutes of this half to make it a 4-goal difference. River Plate has settled down since then, and River Plate has had a couple chances here in the last few minutes. Again, 40-minute halves. We're in the 48th minute of this match. Look in the box here for Alonzo Sea Uribe. He can't connect. And again, one of the things I said earlier is it's a little shocking that CASL Red hasn't dropped back and defended a little bit more. So you've seen that from teams in this event with a 1-goal lead, and definitely a 2. CASL Red continuing to strike. You have to like the aggressiveness. Look inside, and River Plate sends that out of bounds. Colin O'Brien had some space. Throw-in comes to Myson Darden. Back to O'Brien. To the corner, some room for Matt Bulmer. Bulmer comes inside. Bulmer into the box. Bulmer can't find Stewart. Another look off the crossbar from Dyson Lane, and on the deflection, a goal for Red North. Looking to see who came away with that on the deflection. And they say that is Dylan Lane. Lane hit the crossbar, and then on the deflection, he provided a follow to make it 4-0 in the 49th minute. We talked a moment ago about the aggressiveness out of CASL Red. They have not backed down to play defense at all. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense. Lane becomes the 3rd different member of this team to score today. That makes it 4-0. Matt Bulmer leaves it in the middle now. Donis trying to dribble around the defender. Finds Myson Darden in the middle. Darden knocked off the ball. And back through Lane's legs The other way now for River Plate, sent into the zone by Brandon Farfan-Reyes. Duncan Wegner will reset things for Dylan Lane. CASL Red will come near side, Ethan Newman. Colin O'Brien. More chatter from the River Plate keeper. Gael Salas Lara not happy with the effort of some of his teammates. He's very vocal about that in goal. Near side now. A tangle. Back to the middle of the pitch. Looking far side. River Plate tries to turn. Behind Cruz Romero. Now Cruz Romero gets it on the far end. Knocked off the ball, well defended by Malcolm McIntosh. 51st minute of the match, and now some subs coming for CASL Red. We'll see Ashby Baker for the first time today. And Dylan Little will return. Baker replaces Colin O'Brien, and Little replaces Myson Darden. Also, Israel Dolores Zuriaga will replace Christopher Hernandez for River Plate. Back to action after the subs. River Plate going for it, knocked loose. Here is Dolores Zuriaga, tripped up. Player flying over his head. Both players okay. Ballmer took business into that collision with Dolores Zuriaga, but he's okay. They play on. Far side, Owen O'Malley will track it down. O'Malley comes back to the middle. Looks inside for Jeffrey Donis. Near side, here's Baker with his first touch of the match. Baker can't keep it in play. Throw in coming near side. Headed back by Baker. A feed right side for Matt Bulmer. Bulmer thought about going inside, stays outside, tries to cross, blocked, cross again, headed away. Little with a touch, can't corral it, brought down again, still loose in the box, swept away by River Plate. You know Matt Stewart in that box would like to get a third goal himself. And again, CASL Red continues to be on the attack. Duncan Wegner hasn't had a lot of serious threats against him. Save was two a couple minutes ago. Again, the strategy for CASL Red has been to hold this ball on the middle of the pitch for much of the match. Look from the left side on goal. Salas Lara knocks it loose, sliding right, but he was able to cover up. Salas Lara has not had a lot of help from his defenders in this match. Trying to get Ashby Baker into this match to give him a touch there. Dylan Little with it in the middle. Go back to Malcolm McIntosh. Missing Dylan Lane. Tracked down by Owen O'Malley. O'Malley hits the deck, comes back up wanting a card that he doesn't get. Etienne Bollinger clearing his bench. We're going to see John Eubank and Liam McLaughlin again. McIntosh sends it deep the other way. There's O'Malley on the far side, tangled, and knocked off the ball. The throw-in coming from the far side. Goal on the field behind us. A lot of noise over there for that one. Substitutions coming here as we hit the stoppage. Like I said earlier, it's Eubank that will come on and Liam McLaughlin. They will replace Owen O'Malley and Matt Stewart. So there'll be no hat trick for Stewart, though he wanted it. He was trying. He had some looks. Sit back and play now as we're back to action. Ashby Baker. Chased down in the far corner, Liam McLaughlin trying to get there. Runs out of room. Bulmer. To McLaughlin, and a collision knocks him off the ball. Back out front for Ethan Newman. CASL Red out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Just down the road, the capital city of the Tar Heel State. So much of a sports heritage here in North Carolina. Now a collision. And a River Plate player in a lot of pain. This may necessitate the athletic trainer. Didn't exactly see what happened, but player grabbing the leg. I'm not sure if he got kicked in an awkward spot or if his cleat caught in the ground. It's been that kind of day for River Plate. 4-0 here as CASL Red leads. Goal in the 11th minute by Matt Stewart, one in the 34th minute by Stewart. And that's when it really started to get away from River Plate, as that was compounded by one in the 36th minute by Dylan Little. And then Dylan Lane added a goal in the 49th minute. So 3-0 at the half, and then 4-0 shortly thereafter as the injured River Plate player to his feet. Some applause there. They'll walk him off. But again, this CASL Red Club out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and such a rich sports heritage here. As they'll sub Joseph Cuevas in. Also coming on, it's Daniel Ruiz Ramirez. All kinds of college teams in the area, and not just the big ones, not just the ACC schools you all know about, the Dukes and the North Carolinas and the Wake Forests. A lot of great smaller schools in the area. How about Davidson and Winthrop and schools like that across the state? Technical colleges, Division II colleges. Minor league baseball rampant throughout the area. Several different leagues have teams here. NASCAR so big here. Now soccer getting a foothold with the younger generations. I think it's a matter of time before there's an MLS team in the Carolinas. I really do. Not sure exactly where it would be, but done right, I think it could be a really nice addition to the culture here. What about somewhere like Raleigh? I'm not sure if Charlotte would support it. Maybe, though. Carolina's just a great sports place. Look for the right side now. Ashby Baker with a lane. He'll feed it back inside. Instead, Jeffrey Donis is back to Baker. Liam McLaughlin back to Donis. Donis slides it inside. Shot on goal, deflected away. Baker with it there on the right side to regather. Chips one on the net. Punched away. Tipped loose and almost a shot from the backside for John Eubank. Eubank had that come right in his breadbasket, not able to, right in his wheelhouse rather, not able to send that in. 62nd minute now, 4-0 Castle Red leads. Again, red in name, but also red in uniform. There in your red, River Plate in the black. Now look for Liam McLaughlin. Knocked off the ball. Chase on the other side, a sliding attempt from Dylan Lane. He can't get there. And if you're saying, well, why is Castle Red on the attack up 4 goals? This has been their MO in this match for one, but also for two, you have to remember this. A lot of these players were not on the field for many of these goals. Dylan Little, the only player on the field right now that has scored. I checked that, Dylan Lane's still out there, but 2 others belonging to Matt Stewart. A lot of players in the field now that have not scored in this match and would like to. The header sends it forward, but now Castle Red offsides. Free kick now for River Plate. River Plate, by the way, out of Gresham, Oregon. In Multnomah County, Oregon. That's just east of Portland. And that's become a very nice soccer territory as well in both MLS and NWSL. Converted a minor league baseball park in Portland for the Portland Timbers. And those teams in the Northwest, Vancouver, Seattle, and Portland, in the MLS have a really nice rivalry going. Ball scooped up by Gael Salas Lara. It's interesting to see how soccer has grown in the United States, especially in the light of the '94 World Cup. And Dylan Little chases this down. MLS was one of the conditions of landing the World Cup. A chance on the left side. In the box, swept away. Attack for River Plate. And now 2 players collide, and I think they'll say Donis handled the ball. But again, MLS was a condition for landing the World Cup because at the time America did not have a major league soccer league or a top-level soccer league. Really, America had not been much of a player on the international stage for many years in soccer. Substitution will come here as Dennis Andino heads on. And for a while they tried to almost, if you look at some of the rules that were proposed for MLS, in other words, the clock would count down. There would be quarters and a halftime. They almost tried to Americanize soccer to the point where it looked like football. What they found was over time, as Dylan Lane checks out, soccer emerged in the United States as a generational thing. Really in the 80s, it was a game a lot of kids were playing in parks and at rec levels. And they adopted that love for that to follow teams on the world stage. Whoever played had it in the box, not able to control. On the far side, Bulmer trying to track it down. Can he turn the corner? Looks like he might. Bulmer sends it to the zone, but it's knocked away. Not sure that I would call MLS an overnight success, but certainly has found its place in the American sports culture and, of course, in the World Soccer Society. Chipped in, a chance to the box for Baker, but the ball doesn't reach that far. Leave it right side for Bulmer, and a great save by Silas Lara. Loose into the corner, kept alive for River Plate. Great save by Gael Salas Lara. Don't let those 4 goals fool you. He's played very well there, just not had a lot of help from his defense. Baker looking to the middle now, and Dylan Little. Baker looked right, instead goes back inside. And Dino with a touch. Back up top for Dylan Little. Little right side, Ashby Baker. Baker tries to split the defenders, blocked away. They'll give it back to Malcolm, or to Liam McLaughlin. McLaughlin coming inside. McLaughlin still chasing and swept away. Yeah, to kind of finish up some of those thoughts. Now I think we're going to see a yellow card issued on the keeper, Gael Salas Lara. Lara has been frustrated the entire match, and the officials just had enough of his mouth. I could hear him on both ends of the pitch. Not a lot of people here to where you can't hear somebody on the field that is talking the entire match. He's really been talking and jawing heavily since about that second goal in the 36th minute. So the official finally has had enough and carded Silas Lara. But to finish up the thought from a moment ago, Carolina is such a sports hotbed, really the Carolinas, if you count South Carolina there as well. Such a big sports place that somewhere in the Carolinas in the next 10 to 15 years, if MLS comes here, it would not surprise me. And I think it would be well supported because they would do it right. Build a nice soccer-only facility, maybe somewhere downtown Charlotte. And I think that would draw a nice crowd, and they can make it the Carolinas team. Soccer has been done right in so many places in this country. It's found pockets at the professional level, and it's been in a lot of surprising places. Who would have thought Texas, of all places, would be a soccer hotbed in this country? So many places want Major League Soccer and want more of a soccer presence. I know St. Louis is an area that wants a team. You're starting to see this reflected at the youth levels, too. Program from St. Louis represented yesterday. We're in the 70th minute here of an 80-minute match. Winding down 4-0 CASL Red. They're in the red. River Plate out of Portland, Oregon. Or the suburbs of Portland, Oregon in the black. 2 goals scored by Matt Stewart. Put CASL Red up in the 11th and 34th minutes. Dylan Little's goal in the 36th minute really broke River Plate's back. CASL Red didn't stop. They had a couple big opportunities early in the second half. And then Dylan Lane in the 49th minute made this 4-0. Lane came off a moment ago, as I think I said. So nobody that's on the pitch right now, save Dylan Little, has scored for CASL Red. So that's why you see CASL Red still in the attack. And also a valuable lesson here. The lesson is play till the end, good or bad. Much certainly easier to play until the end of the match when you're up 4 goals. Feed right side for Ashby Baker. Baker scrapping hard in the middle on the right side too. And again, that's another reason why you're seeing CASL Red continue to strike, is there's a lot of players out there that haven't had a chance to score a goal yet. Certainly would be a nice capper to their day, or to this match at least. We have another match coming up at the top of the hour, an 18U match. So we definitely want you to get another cup of coffee and stay with us this morning, or whatever your beverage of choice happens to be. Collision at the middle of the field. Dylan Little trying for it, lost it. Not kept alive by CASL Red. Great kick coming from Jair Diaz Navarro. Blasts one deep. A header sends it wide of the CASL Red net. Duncan Wagner, less than 10 minutes away from posting a clean sheet, has barely been challenged in this half. A couple attempts for River Plate earlier in the half, but nothing of late. They'll have a corner coming up here. Corner kick on the way, high, deep. Headed sky high in the air, headed back to the left of the net. Alonso Seja Uribe trying to put the second header inside the left post. Couldn't do it. Wagner will send this away. And you have to like the ball control you're seeing in this match out of CASL Red. Wagner didn't send it deep. He kept it on the ground. They kept it conservative. They've controlled play and dictated the pace of this one. CASL Red will hold. Danielle Ruiz Ramirez chasing all around for River Plate. Finally, they'll send it back to Wagner. And keep away from Ruiz Ramirez. A misplay again. Axel Martinez Ibarra trying to pounce, and now a collision. A little tripped up by Axel Martinez Ibarra. There's Ashby Baker on the near side. Inside a little touch pass. Off the chest of Martinez Ibarra. He'll try to bring it down. And now I think we're going to see a card on. Can't see who that is in the corner. He pushed Martinez Ibarra off the ball, and a yellow card will go to a CASL Red player. That's Ethan Newman. Newman draws the card. Second card we've seen in this match. Alejandro Sea Uribe with a throw in for River Plate. Gets it back. Chip that one high into the box. Header. Another chance, and scooped up by Wagner before Carlos Cruz Romero can get there. Wagner on one hop brings it in. River Plate. This can't be the easiest match for them after going down 3 goals at the half. At times, it almost looks like they are walking with cement shoes. CASL Red trying to attack and move the ball all around them. Ashby Baker bumped off the ball. Baker again on the near side. A collision. No call. Attack here for River. Sent forward and Wegner slides out. Makes a play at the top of the box. Working through Wegner to hold things and defend. Saya Uribe trying to keep it in. Knocked loose. River Plate trying to take advantage of the fact the ball's in their end of the field offensively. And not really put a serious attack on Wegner as we enter the 77th minute. Baker knocked loose. Will play on. So the aggression a little tough. Back and forth contact. Ball loose on the far goal line. Goal kick coming from Salas Lara. And now, extra contact between Axel Martinez Ibarra and Dennis Andino. Andino, I think, took umbrage with the way Martinez Ibarra had kept up the contact and held onto the ball a little extra long. Free kick coming from Alonso Sea Uribe. On goal and a save by Duncan Wegner. He'll bring that to the ground here in the 78th minute. Winding things down in this 16U matchup between CASL Red North out of Raleigh, North Carolina and River Plate Soccer Club out of Gresham, Oregon. And the essentially homestanding Raleigh club. Up to a commanding 4-0 edge. I would have to think the final minutes of a match like this would almost be tougher to officiate than a tight match because you got the chippiness, the pettiness coming out. A lot of frustrations from what's been a long morning for the Oregonians. Ball headed around to the far side. Don't forget, we'll have another matchup at about 25 minutes in the 18U category. Corner kick here from River Plate, bending away from goal. And the header over the net off the forehead of Joseph Cuevas. Couple injury stoppages and a goal in this half, so it would not surprise me to see 2 minutes of stoppage time put on the clock. Although I don't know that it would make much of a difference anyway. We await the official's word on how much stoppage time we'll have. River Plate playing to the end. Ball caught Ethan Newman in the face. He's slow to get up. River Plate retreating. Already in stoppage time here. 2 minutes, they say, of stoppage time, and that'll be that. Can River Plate mount an attack? Another player to the ground. Sent deep. Baker settles. Wrapped up with Jair Diaz Navarro. Not really sure what we'll see the officials allow in this stoppage time. I would think that the stoppage time is almost for window dressing here. It's a 4-goal advantage. I'm not sure that we'll see too many strong attacks, although we will get a free kick here. This will be taken by John Eubank, the fourth, headed away. Baker with a rebound and a save by Salas Lara. Baker's been trying for a goal much of the second half. Had the deflection off the side of his foot. Again, Salas Lara carded for continually jawing, especially after the third goal and into the second half. But he has had his moments in goal for River Plate. 4-0 your score here. Moments away from the victory for CASL Red. A blast on goal from Matt Bulmer. Set over the end line. Salas Lara will hustle and set up the end line kick. Goal in the 11th minute from Matt Stewart for CASL Red got them on the board. Stewart followed in the 34th minute, and then things really got ugly after a Dylan Little's goal in the 36th minute. 3-0 halftime lead. Chances early for CASL Red in that second half. And then they come up with a fourth goal on Dylan Lanes in the 49th minute. So that'll be that as the official blows this match to full time. Your final score, CASL Red 4 and River Plate nothing. We thank our entire Torbo Sports Group crew, our cameramen on top of the scaffolds today, and our producers in the truck. For our entire crew, my name is Eric Little. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the U.S. Youth Soccer